Right now, boys, what's going on, lads? Welcome everybody back to another video, another objectives guide. Now, we checked out Team of the Season Warm-Up Series 1, our objectives in our first video of the day, which is up on the channel if you're interested. But now we're going to check out Team of the Season Warm-Up Series 2 objectives. Now, the first series objectives are based in offline and squad battles, which makes it a whole lot easier, whereas these ones are a lot more tricky, based in a one league game mode, online against random strangers. Lads, we're going to go step by step, give you guys my tips and tricks and just kind of like what you're going to want to do to be able to obtain the players needed for this objective and to be able to maybe get the necessary goals and etc that you do need. Now, lads, if you do enjoy this, if this video does help you out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and any questions, please feel free to let me know down below. But let's get started, boys. First of all, you've got score 6 finesse goals using French players in the live FUT Friendly 1 league, assist 5 goals using Spanish players, score in 5 separate matches, score 4 outside of the box goals using Portuguese players, and score using Italian players in 2 separate matches in the live FUT Friendly 1 league. Now, what is a live FUT Friendly 1 league, you may ask? You head on over to play friendlies and you go over to play online, and 1 league will pop up, I think, basically straight away. Now, with 1 league, you can have exactly 1 league. You can only have 1 league, and that does include the bench, at most 1 player, and you need at least 8 first owned players, and that's in your starting 11 as 8 first owned players, I believe. Now, I don't know why I've doubled up with 2 1 league here. I've got absolutely no clue. That's probably just a glitch on their side, but with this 1 league objective, right, you need first owned players. Now, in an ideal world, you don't need first owned players, and you might have been able to get a Portuguese, a Frenchman, and an Italian person, and an Italian in the same team from the same league, and be able to get it all done, like, 3 birds with 1 stone, if you will. But no, it has to be first owned. So in a very small chance you've got an Italian, a Portuguese, and a Frenchman all from 1 particular league, and you've got at least 8 of them first owned, then fair enough. Now, ignore this squad builder. This is from my Team of Season Warm-Up 1 example. Now, with this one, boys, I can't give you a set squad builder because you need first owned players, right? You need first owned players. You need to check your club for first owned players, etc, etc. I can't give you guys a squad builder because the chances of you having the players I actually use or mention is going to be very slim. So what you're going to want to do, and what I find helps me a lot when I am building the squad for these, remember, you need 8 first owned players, and you can have at most 1 lone player. If you load up Footbin, or you could copy them on your notes, so you don't have to keep going back and forth, backing out to look at the objective and the requirements of what you need. But go into 1 league, right? I've got it sorted. So the first one, if I remember correctly, you needed French finesse goals. So you're going to want to have a look in your club for French players first of all. Now, you want to look for a French striker. See, I've got my Zidane. I could use my Zidane only if I was to be able to build a full icon team, because you can only use 1 league, and that is a very, very rough thing about this. So it doesn't look like I've got too much Frenchman. I got a Ligue 1 would work. So it looks like I can chuck him in. He's first owner. Happy days. That's 1 first owner card. So now that we've got, a first owner Frenchman, we need to try and get a finesse goal with him. But remember, you need to build a full Ligue 1 team, and basically a full Ligue 1. So you're going to want to have a look. Now, I've got my Marquinhos, Neymar, Nunez. That's not too bad. Now, I notice I've got no Italians here, which is a little bit rough. So I can't get, 3 birds done in 1 go. But I do have my Neymar, who I could make a left forward. He is first owner untradeable. I've got my Nunez, who's Portuguese. So I'll be able to get the long shot with a Nunez. So what I'd probably do with him is start him left back, and then in game I'd move him up in game into like left mid, or you could like simply do that, play him down there. Once again, it's literally just simply searching your club for the first owner Ligue 1 players. I've got Marquinhos. Volan's not ideal. I've got my Saliba, players like this. I've got like, I think, exactly 8 first owner. Actually, I might even only have, oh no, I've got players in the squad, so I've got like exactly 8 first owner players. I've got just enough, right? And this is a good example because my account is relatively dead right now when it comes to golds and stuff like that. Now, Voland, obviously, he's not ideal, but he's all we've got. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 1 more first owner player. We can just chuck him here. So far, we've got 2 Frenchmen, which you need to try and get a finesse goal with in this 1 league game mode. We've got a Portuguese in Nunez, who I know he's a left back, and you need to try and get outside of the box goals with him. So what I'd do is in game, I'd move him up here, and I'd probably move one of my Frenchmen up to striker, right? Now, Now, I know it's going to be a whole lot different for you guys. You'll have different players. You'll be doing a different league, maybe, depending on, you know, the Frenchmen, stuff like that you have in the club. It is completely random. So, as I said, I can't give you a set squad builder to do, but you can follow these steps and suit your own club for it. If you do have a club with not much first owner players, then I'm sorry, lads, but there's no simple way to say it. But you need to be able to play the game FUT Champs, Division Rivals, to get the packs, to be able to get the first owner players. First owner players, you need to pack, right? That's the whole point of them. They need to be pack pulled. You need to have them first owner, okay? So, like, my Salabra, I got him from my red picks, so I'm the first owner of him. I've packed him, etc, etc. So now I've got my League One team. We've got the 8 first owner players, which means we've got the Frenchmen for the finesse goals. Now we needed Italians as well, I believe, wasn't it? We needed some Italian assists. So let's have a look. Is there any Italians in the League One? I know a few that come to mind, and that is Verratti. It doesn't look like we've got a massive variety. No, we do not have a massive variety here at all, do we? We do not. We do not have much Italians in the Serie A. If you really want to cheese it, you could use this dude. I know he's a 60 rated bronze, but if you can score 2 goals with this Italian, you can get the finesse goals with these Frenchmen, and the long shots with this new Menge, then you can get 3-4 birds done in one go. So you're going to want to build your team, search your club for first owner Italian players, etc, etc. Now, once you've built your team, remember making sure they're all from one league and you've got at least 8 first owner players, you're going to want to jump into the game. And I know this is a really poor team, and you're going to be like, how are you going to get wins with this team? Basically, in my opinion, boys, you don't even need the wins. You just need to score in 5 separate matches. Chuck your opponent a message, see if he's willing to help you and you help him, and literally just let each other get the goals. For example, there's no, like, it doesn't have to be in separate matches. So you can message your opponent and say, hey man, can I get my 6 French finesse goals? Can I get my assist 5 goals with Spanish players? Which I actually forgot about that. I forgot about Spanish League One, so I'm actually glad I checked that. It actually reminds me. Is there any Spanish League One players I can use? Spanish League One? Is there? Come on. Yep. Alright. We've got a little bit more of a variety here. Remember, it doesn't matter how shit the players are, because if your opponent, it's a little bit of a luck of a draw, but if your opponent is kind enough to help you, then it doesn't matter how shit your players are, right? But we've got the Italian, we've got the Frenchman, we've got the Spanishman, we've got the Portugueseman. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So what you're going to want to do is, after you hop into the game, you're going to want to message your opponent and say, hey man, I'll let you get all of your objectives done if you let me get mine done. You can let each other go goal for goal is usually what I find. Give him the win. It doesn't matter who gets the win. There's no like win requirement for this. So see if he'll let you get the 6 finesse goals using your French players. See if he'll let you assist the 5 goals with your Spanish players. See if he'll let you score in 5 separate matches, which, I mean, if you score in that one match, that will count anyway. You've then got score 4 outside of a box goals using your Portuguese player, which in my case will be new and Menge, and then you've got the score using the Italian player, which although he's a 60 rated bronze, if your opponent is letting you score, maybe doing an offside trap and moving the keeper to make it easy, then happy days. Moral of the story, lads, search your club for Italian, French, something like that, but you remember, choose a league, make sure you got at least 8 first own players from the league. It's a little bit of a hard one to explain, but once you get the hang of it, it's perfect. Basically, after you've built your squad builder, it's just simply going to be messaging your opponent. As well, I did forget to mention, you can download the PlayStation or the Xbox app on your phone. You can chuck a pause and have a look at your opponent's gamer tag, and you can chuck him a message and say, hey man, is it all good if I like have a copy and paste ready and say, hey man, do you want to let each other get all of the objectives done, and just go goal for goal. You can have a goal in the end, then keep track, get your finesse goals, your Spanish assists, etc, etc. Lads, good luck, happy grinding. Any questions, let me know.